Hello, warrior. We exist in a world that is constantly yelling, hustle harder, go faster, give it all up. The world wants us to think that success only happens to those who exhaust themselves pursuing it. But suppose the truth is different. Suppose the ancient Stoics stumbled upon a secret more powerful than ceaseless struggle. Suppose the actual secret to having everything you want is hidden not in force, but in the peaceful release of letting go. Marcus Aurelius, Rome's most dominant man, wrote in his personal diary at one time, "Confine yourself to the present." He knew something revolutionary, that if we stop resisting the current of life and instead follow its flow, miracles start to happen. The Stoics were not passive daydreamers. They were fighters, winners who triumph through wisdom, not fatigue. Imagine water. It doesn't struggle against the rocks that block its path. It goes around them, over them, through them, and slowly but surely, water changes the landscape itself. That is the force of easy intention, keeping your wishes in a loose grip and having faith in the normal order of life to deliver them unto you. When you grasp your desires with desperation, knuckles white, mind racing, you really drive away the very blessings you seek. Fear produces resistance, and resistance prohibits abundance. The Stoics understood, frequently, it is our desperation that proves to be the biggest barrier between us and our desires. But here is the beautiful part. The instant you let go of your desires, the instant you get in sync with the beat of life, you become a magnet. And just like that, doors you never even saw suddenly swing open. The right folks show up. The right opportunities converge. Not because you push them, but because your relaxed assurance says to the universe, I am ready. This isn't laziness. This isn't giving up. This is the art of easy action, seeding your dreams with purpose, then letting the ground, the rain, and the sun do their magic. The Stoics referred to this as amor fati, love of fate, a revolutionary embracing of the fact that life will play out exactly as it should. And here today, I am going to impart 10 potent Stoic principles that will totally transform the way you manifest. They're not theories, they're action tools, proven over millennia, that will enable you to let go of the constriction stifling your blessings and step into the flow where miracles come naturally. But before we get started, I want you to do one thing. If you are ready to be transformed, like this right now, place this in the comments so it sticks in your heart. When I relax, life flows to me. Share this video with a friend who could use this reminder, and subscribe so we can continue on this journey together. Now, let's get started. Principle number 1. The art of detached desire here is the paradox that makes people go crazy. The more you need something, the faster it appears to slide away. But the Stoics learned something groundbreaking, something even contemporary psychology is only just beginning to realize. Epictetus, who had been a slave and became one of history's most influential philosophers, penned these words: "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This is not about giving up on your dreams. It is about looking at the distinction between wanting and needing. When you need something, you are making yourself desperate. But when you just want it, but are totally fine without it, you attract with magnetism. Consider the individuals in your life who seem to draw in success, relationships, or abundance so effortlessly. They're not the ones going on and on about what they don't have and putting up desperate affirmations. They're the ones who treat their desires as lightly as a butterfly on their palm. They desire lovely things to occur, sure, but their value isn't predicated on if they occur within their time frame. This was what the Stoics referred to as preferred indifference. You prefer prosperity, love, wealth, but your serenity isn't based on them. Your joy isn't held for ransom by external circumstances. That inner peace is attractive. People are attracted to it. Opportunities are attracted to it. Even life itself curves toward it. Practicing detached desire involves no longer putting out needy energy that pushes away what you desire. Instead, you start from a place of abundance even before your material blessings have come. You begin making confident decisions rather than fear-based ones, and confident decisions always tend to produce better results. The true magic is the moment you can say, I would love for this to happen. I am inspired action to create it. But if it doesn't play out just like I envision, then I am okay, because something better could be in store for me. That is not giving up. That is growing up. That is knowing that the universe usually has possibilities greater than your own limited visio. Try it today. Keep your greatest wish in mind. Breathe deeply and whisper, this or something better. Feel the pressure lift as unlimited possibilities unfold before you. If it speaks to you, write it in the comments. I desire with peace, not desperation. Principle number 2. Fey present moment. Magnetism. Your mind is likely living everywhere, except where your true power lies. Right here, right now. Most individuals squander their energy replaying something that cannot be modified or dwelling within a future, not yet here. Yet the Stoics understood something very important. All manifestation occurs within the current moment. Seneca once said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." And he was correct. This isn't poetic philosophy, it is practical manifestation. When your consciousness is present, you see things you wouldn't otherwise catch. A passing remark inspires your next insight. An inner push takes you down an alternate street, where you run into just the person you need to meet at just the right moment. But presence isn't just about awareness, it's about energy. When you're fully here, you're vibrating at your highest frequency. You're no longer carrying the weight of old regrets or future fears. You're pure potential. And that energy is magnetic. Consider the most compelling individuals you can think of. They're not rushing, distracted, or stuck on their mobiles. They connect with your eyes. They listen. They make you feel as though you are the sole individual in the room. That is presence. And presence is power. That is the lovely paradox. When you give up living for tomorrow, you build a better tomorrow. When you give up running away from this moment becomes the launchpad to every wish and dream you've been having. Opportunities don't lie in tomorrow. They lie in the awareness you bring to today. Your breath is your anchor to the now. Each time your mind wanders into what ifs or if onlys, come back to your breathing. Feel your feet touching the ground. Acknowledge 3 things you can see, hear, or feel in this moment. This isn't meditation. It is manifestation practice. Because the now moment isn't just where you are, it is where you build. Stop waiting in the waiting room of your life. Enter into the real world where miracles are already occurring. Life will throw obstacles your way. That is not something that can happen. It is a certainty. But the distinction between individuals who live their dreams and those who stay stagnant lies elsewhere. It is not the obstacles themselves, but your reaction to them. Marcus Aurelius, who lived through plagues, wars, and betrayal, once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." That is not poetic insight. It is a prescription for using every failure as a setup to advance. When you quit fighting reality and work with it, obstacles cease to be adversaries and become mentors. Most people run into a wall and immediately assume life is conspiring against them. They feel punished, discouraged, and a lot of folks just quit. But what if all of your obstacles are really the universe's training ground, forging you into someone sufficiently strong, sufficiently wise, and sufficiently ready to manage the blessings you are praying for? Consider the oyster. That speck of sand doesn't kill it. It forms a pearl. Likewise, your obstacles aren't punishment. They're calling you to become more. When you embrace resistance rather than resisting it, something changes. You no longer waste energy combating what is, and you start using that energy to move through what is. You become like water, flexible, adaptable, unstoppable. You don't cease taking action. You act from inspiration, not desperation. You respond rather than react. You seek the lesson in every obstacle and the opportunity in every failure. The next time life doesn't work out the way you thought it should, stop and ask, how could this really be working for my highest good? What strength is this building in me? A delay may be protection. A detour may get you to a destination that is more wonderful than the one you had envisioned. The no you hear today may be making way for a much greater yes. Trust the process. Even when you can't see the entire picture, the universe has eyes for what you can't see, and it is always acting in your best interests. If that speaks to you, comment in the box. I grow stronger through resistance, not weaker. Principle number 4, fade the power of inner authority. Here is a truth that can liberate you. A lot of us have been handing over our power to others, situations, and outside validation. And that is why manifestation doesn't seem to work for you. The Stoics found that real power starts the moment you take back your inner authority. when you refuse to let external conditions control your inner state. Epictetus taught, "No one can hurt you without your permission."